As much as we try to be patient in the process of job hunting, most of the times our communities are not accustomed to seeing a graduate at home, jobless, so they react in a way that isn't well. They react with questions. They come asking you, what's happening? Why aren't you getting a job? Why aren't you doing this? Why, to an extent that all these questions become overwhelming, and the places we live feel toxic. And if it gets to this point, what I'm advising you as a fellow graduate is to get away, go get some air, visit your aunt, visit a friend, just look for a way of not staying in this environment, because this is an environment that is going to make you start being ungrateful, start cursing the whole years you've spent in school, and you might not be energized enough to apply for those opportunities that are on your way. So if you are in this situation, just take a break and go away from that place for a while and energize. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum guys, and hello. I hope you're fine. Alhamdulillah, on my side I'm fine. I'm so excited to film this video. It's been a while since I did the sit down videos. Most of these recent times I have been doing recipes, travel vlogs, because these ones are so easy to do. You just have to take people through something you are doing, something you want them to participate in by viewing or by learning something that you are doing. But when it comes to the sit down videos, you have to prepare, you have to see the points that you want to drive home. You have to, like, there's so much preparation when it comes to the sit down videos rather than when doing the casual vlogs. So because of the current adjustments I have been doing with my life, it's been a little bit tough to find the time to do these sit down videos. You know, when I was in school, it was so easy to do these sit down videos because I was mainly focusing on my studies. So other than that, I just create time for me to film the videos. Yeah, so it was easy back then. But now there are so many things that we have to adjust because, you know, things are not the same after school. And that is what we are going to talk about today. You guys remember we did a video on life after uni, expectation versus reality. So this is phase 2 of life after uni, and we are mainly talking about the reality because we talked about the expectations earlier on. Yeah, so I'm so excited to share this journey with you guys, and in this video, inshallah, I'm going to cover what life after uni is like, phase 2 that is, and what I'm learning, what I am letting go of, what I am rethinking about, you know, what I am fixing. And I pray and hope that this is going to be genuine to you and it's going to help someone outside there to figure out something or learn something, or just be reminded, or just feel like they relate to this, to what I'm about to share with you guys. And that's so important. So if there is someone who just finished school, here is somebody who is in the same shoes as you, and she's here to share part of her story. Hopefully you're going to find this genuine and relatable to your life, and it's going to shed some light, bidnillah. And if you are somebody who is still in school, I hope this is going to help you get prepared for what is awaiting for you outside here. This should not scare you, okay? You should just be open-minded to learn and make the necessary adjustments, okay? So guys, the first question I'm going to answer is, how is life after uni? How is life after uni? I don't know. Actually, I know. You know, it's just a default to say I don't know. It's usually a default way of starting an answer, but it's actually not the right thing to say because you already know what you're going to say. Yeah. So how is life after uni? Okay, one thing I have realized, this is going to help me answer this question, is that finishing school is not the final step in life. It is just one of the steps. In fact, a very small step, but a significant one. Let me underline the word significant. It is one of the steps, a very small step, but a significant step. But it is not the final step. Yeah. So, from my experience, life after uni hasn't been so exciting compared to the life in uni or life while still in school. Okay, first of all, when you finish school, you go back to your home, right? And you keep on waiting, applying for things, reaching out to different people, asking out for opportunities, doing this, doing that, in order for you to get out of that environment and do something for yourself. So number one thing I am realizing about life after uni while staying at home, I know people are different, people are experiencing different things, but one thing that I have realized through talking to different people who are in my shoes, people who finished school and went home first before moving on to another step, this is something that I have generally found relatable to most of us. Like, most of our homes or most of our neighborhoods or most of our communities are not so welcoming to the idea of a graduate finishing school and just sitting at home. So because of this, some of our neighbors, some of our relatives, they keep on pressuring us. Okay, why aren't you getting a job? What did you study? What's happening? Like, people keep on asking so many questions to an extent that it becomes overwhelming for you. And as much as you're trying to be patient from your end, sometimes people make you impatient. They make you curse the situation you are in. They make you hate the situation you are in. What these people do not have in mind is that you are not the one in control, okay? You could be applying for hundreds of jobs, you could be applying for hundreds of opportunities, but a door is not opened yet for you, and it is not your fault that these doors are not opening. But then you have these people who keep coming home, people who you meet on the streets, they keep asking you questions. Why aren't you getting a job? Why aren't you getting opportunities? Why aren't you? And it is like these things are in your control, but in real sense, these are not things that are in our control. These are things that are beyond our control. We are only responsible for the input. We are not really 100% responsible for the output. But this aspect of having people asking so many questions makes someone it makes someone feel overwhelmed. It is so toxic to an extent that it can even take some people to a state of depression. Okay, so if there's somebody who is watching this and they are a community member, obviously we are all part of a community, these are some of the questions we should refrain from asking the fresh graduates or any graduate outside there. Funny thing is, these people will come with so many questions, but they don't have opportunities to offer you. Okay, ask me why am I not getting a job, but then next time come and tell me here is an opportunity, I think you're going to apply. That is going to be more genuine than you coming to pressure me up and pushing me to the wall to an extent that I go to an extent of being ungrateful or being impatient with my life. Another question that usually comes after the why aren't you getting a job is why aren't you getting married, or why aren't you marrying? You know, like, I don't know what our society is like, pardon me, but some of these things aren't really in our control, and maybe somebody has some goals they want to achieve before embracing something, so it is something that we as a society we should look into, because it is something that I have realized that it can push you to the wall. Personally, I have experienced it, and these many questions are not good at all for somebody who is also fighting their own battles to make sure that they make the ends meet. So yeah, life after uni isn't that exciting because of these people around, because they keep asking you so many questions to an extent that it becomes overwhelming and toxic, and you might become impatient with your own life. Yeah. So based on that, I don't know, what was that? Was it a point or a story or a mixture of all? Yeah, but based on whatever I have explained, I have a remedy for us graduates. If you live in a community, a neighborhood that pushes you to the wall to this extent, then it is time for you to think of going away. Talk to a friend, go take a break, go and sit away from this toxic environment, because I know how it can push you to the wall, and you don't want to be in a state of being impatient or being ungrateful or cursing your whole education background, or labeling education as a scam, because it can't take you to this extent. Like, these questions, these people who keep attacking you, making you feel like it is your fault that you're not getting a job, it is your fault that you're not moving forward with your life, it is your fault, it is your fault, it is your fault. Having these people around making that constant noise in your ears can push you to a very bad place. So if you can't go away, go away. Go to your aunt, go to your uncle, go to a friend, go to your sister. Just make sure that you take a break from this toxic environment, because this kind of environment will not expose you to opportunities. It will only make you curse your education background, which is not a very good thing. So guys, how's life after uni? I answered part of that question in the ranting before, and the second thing I want to talk about is some of the things I am rethinking about, and some of the things that I am changing. And one of the things that I have learned and I am looking forward to integrating it into my life more is exposing yourself, And when I talk about exposure, I'm talking about the point of going away from that toxic environment. And there's so many ways of going away. Apart from going away physically, you can schedule time where you go online and meet like-minded people. We have sites or applications, the likes of LinkedIn, where you hear success stories of other people, of how they went from zero to hero, Those kind of things, that kind of exposure changes your mentality, and it keeps you hoping for the best. It makes you have a positive mindset regarding your situation. It gives you the hope that one day things are going to change for me. So one way of exposing yourself is using the online opportunities. Another platform is the likes of Instagram. You need to follow people who are going to empower you, okay? Through their videos, through their posts, like people who are going to encourage you to stay hopeful and to take the necessary steps for you to get out of that current situation. We also have YouTube. You can come and watch videos on YouTube, learn about different things, equip yourself with skills. There are so many sites online that offer free courses. One of them is Yearly Network. It offers free courses, though the certificates are not the shareable certificates, but it is something that just changes your mind, because it keeps exposing you to knowledge. And they say knowledge is power, and with that power you can do a lot of things, like changing the way you think. So another way of exposing yourself is attending youth conferences, youth seminars. These are places where you're going to meet like-minded people. These are places where you're going to meet people who perhaps hold keys to the next opportunity you're supposed to walk into. So these are some of the things that we need to do so that we can change that current situation. Because believe me, there's this saying, kutembea bure si kama kukaa bure. It's like going out aimlessly is not like sitting down aimlessly. When you go out, you meet people. When you go out, you get exposed to opportunities depending on where you're going to. Underline that. So you need to make sure you are objective. You have objectives of where you are going to, of the people you want to meet. Okay, yeah. So these things I have realized they can change our situation, and I think we should embrace them. I want to highlight something though. You could be doing all these things, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get that job right away. Okay, it takes time. But one thing I am sure of is that these things I am sharing, they are going to encourage you. They are going to change your mindset. They are going to give you more ideas of living your life rather than waiting for employment. You can get other ideas, maybe partnerships, or even ways of starting a business with little capital, So these are things that cannot give you a job 100%, but they are things that are going to expose you to a positive environment, an environment of other opportunities that are going to help you grow as a person instead of you staying in that toxic environment. Something else I have also noted, as much as you're going to apply the tips that I have shared, the one of going out of your way from the toxic place, the one of exposing yourself both online and on the physical context, I want to note one important thing, that is your mental health, our mental health. This is a very difficult transition in our lives, and it is very, very important for us to take care of ourselves on top of everything that we are seeking at this moment. So as much as you're going to be applying for those opportunities online, and I know we keep being told don't give up, always apply for opportunities, but it goes to a point where you are just like, no, I'm tired. You get to a point where you are just so tired, and you just want to take a break from everything. You want to take a break from applying for those jobs. You want to take a break from going for those opportunities. You just want to take a break and rethink, because you are human. You feel those rejections. You feel those emails that keep coming telling you that we are sorry, you are not qualified for this. We are sorry, we haven't selected you for this. We are sorry. So as a human being, it affects you. Rejections affect you. Okay. So if it reaches a point where you are like, I think I should take a break from applying for this, from thinking about this whole thing of job seeking, job hunting, take a break. Take a break and use it wisely. Take a break, energize, and come back and continue with it. You are more important than that job you are looking for. So that is one of the most important things that I am going to emphasize, because this is a point in our lives where we get encouraged by so many people to keep applying, to keep seeking for those opportunities. But in real sense, you might knock to as many as 100 doors and none of them open. In real sense, one of them could open, you never know when. But when it's time for you to take a break and you really feel it that you need to take a break, take a break. Take a break. Don't risk your mental health because of something that you're going to leave behind in this world. Okay, you are so important, and so many opportunities are going to come for you, but you need to take care of yourself first. That is the biggest job that we have. Okay, yeah. So guys, that is all I have to share when it comes to life after uni. Phase 2, I hope we'll have other phases coming. I'm looking forward to having them, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, on how you've been handling this phase after school, after uni. Yeah, to wrap up this video, this is what I've talked about. I've talked about life after uni phase 2, and we have started by answering the question of how is life after uni, and I have talked about whatever I have realized and the things that I have changed that have helped me through this phase of life after uni. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment below, because your comments really help in terms of boosting the YouTube engagement, and it shows YouTube that my content is important. That's why people are engaging with it, and it gets pushed to a wider audience. So please make sure you leave a comment, like this video, and share it with your networks. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Ma salam, bye.